sad without our green screen.
You feel bad?
I feel bad.
You feel bad.
But we're experimenting. We're in the experimental process.
We are. We weren't sure we wanted to go completely whole hog if it didn't work out.
Yes.
so
there is, you're doing more research.
I am.
More technical investigation.
Yes.
So.
And we've actually done a little bit of research on the beer that we're having today. It's something different.
Very nice.
Something a little bit, I don't know, off the grid?
I've never seen it on the grid before.
Okay. It's not on the grid, and that's what we've got on this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. Oh, wait, the green screen's not there.
Yeah, no.
We are AboutBeverages.com, and the beer, or the beverage. I keep saying it.
It is a beer, though.
I default to beer, though. Instead of saying, and the beverage we're about today is what I should go to.
Oh, that's true.
And the beverage we are about today is from New Planet, and it is called Off Grid Pale Ale. It is a gluten-free beer.
Yes. Yeah, it's something kind of we talked about, I don't know, several months back. I was saying maybe even a whole podcast about gluten-free beers because that seems to be
possibly
turning into a big thing now with people kind of, what was it? It's celiac disease, I believe.
Right.
You can't.
Intolerant wheat, or gluten intolerant.
Gluten intolerance. They won't stand for it.
That's right.
They won't stand for gluten.
They probably would like to, but unfortunately
they can't.
Yeah, so a whole bunch of horrible things happen.
But yeah, Dogfish has a gluten-free beer out now, and this company has actually everything they do is gluten-free.
Nice.
And when I say everything, they do only have 3 beers. But
that is everything.
Hey, that's a great start, though. That's really awesome.
Right.
And I guess their names that they actually use have some sort of significance. This one, Off the Grid, it has to do with that they're wanting people to try and use more solar energy, wind power, those types of things, and they make a donation from the sales of the beer to help science and fund those types of things. So
cool.
I think that's very cool too.
Man, these let's see, they are out of Fort Collins, Colorado. This the alcohol is 5%. It's year round since it is one of their 3 offerings. And
that'd be kind of sad if they were 3 seasonals and there was just one season where they made nothing.
That's right. Oh yeah,
that'd be a bummer.
Unless in Fort Collins there are only 3 seasons.
That's true. Yeah, we only have barely 2.
Yeah, we do
in Tucson. So
that's true. We're enjoying the end of fall right now. I think
exactly.
Summer's just around the corner.
Oh man.
Well, you bought this by the single, and it was $1.99.
I did. It was $1.99, and it comes in a 4-pack. So we're assuming that's going to be around $7 or $8, something like that. Maybe $8.50,
something in that vicinity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Did you mention what was the alcohol in this? Did you already say
did.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cinco.
Ocho Cinco? Not 85%.
No, just the Cinco.
Oh, okay. Just
85% alcohol.
Oh, God. Wow. So now the ingredients in this, we should kind of mention. So what actually does gluten-free mean? What kind of ingredients do you use then when you're not involving gluten?
Because you can't use your wheats and barleys and things like that.
Correct.
Sorghum, I think, is on there.
Some more gum. Okay, yeah. So it's sorghum, brown rice extract, molasses, tapioca, maltodextrin, caramel color, hops, and yeast.
So they actually have to add a little color in there then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to.
They chose to.
But they choose to.
They made that decision.
That's right.
That's right. And this is coming on the heels of the other pale ale that we had. It'd be interesting to kind of compare those two as well, since now it's gluten-free versus non-gluten-free or regular.
It's a little bit, it's a light copper, but it's very clear.
Lighter copper, equally as clear. I'm getting a lot less... almost no carbonation in mine.
Not
I would say.
to speak of, yeah.
Not really anything to speak of, but and since it's so clear, I can tell there really are no bubbles.
Yeah, we can see. We could see them if they were there.
We can see that there are none.
But they're not.
When you've made your decision on what you think it smells like, I know what it smells like.
Soap?
No.
No.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
No. It smells like garlic olives. It's briny. It's savory, garlicky.
It's definitely briny. I don't know why I thought I got a floral note in there too, but
that could be one of the hops. There's a little something at the back there too. But yeah, no, I'm getting literally like garlic olive juice.
It is briny.
You are getting the briny, the salty briny of the sea.
Yeah, of the sea. All right, ready?
Yep.
all the taste is in the front of my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, very much.
And it tastes much better than it smells, I would say. Or better than it smells.
I'm not sure either way. I wasn't sure if I exactly liked the aroma per se. Like, it
No,
was
I
interesting.
didn't.
Okay, you didn't?
No, that's not what
See, I
wanted
wasn't
to
getting the
do.
soapy, so, like, just for me, I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, garlicky brine. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, I don't know if it's like, yes, give me that, but it was kind of interesting. Now the taste to me is kind of a little bit of little copper penny. There's like some sort of like, there's that kind of, that water, I don't know what kind of water there, that sour that you can get, like, depending on what minerals are in the water. Yeah, a little bit of that, not quite, because it's not at the back of my palate. It's not at the back of my tongue. So that's kind of different. But yeah, you're right. It's all at the front 2/3 of my tongue. It's pretty,
The finish is, you could say the finish is very clean.
Yeah, I was
Because
just
that's nothing there, because there's nothing there.
little salty.
It's dry, a little salty. Almost like bread, even though I know there's no wheat in there or that kind of thing, but there's rice in there, but there's almost like a crusty bread note for some reason.
There's a sourdough quality to it, like that sour.
Yeah.
It's not quite as sour as that, but there's something in there that's making me think of all those things. Yeah. So if you were someone that had to deal with this issue, and this is the first one we've had, I will try more of these. I would like to try more of these because I want to see if there's other options out there. But would you just drink wine?
I was thinking I'd have some gin.
Yeah, some gin, some scotch,
I'd
perhaps.
have a martini.
Maybe some bourbon.
I've had one other gluten-free beer. I had the Red Bridge years ago, and I've heard now that Red Bridge is 3.2%.
Oh wow!
And there's a name that people call that 3.2. It's a 3.2 or so. I forgot. Like they're being sarcastic that it has to be that low in alcohol. And I think it was before that. And to me it was just like, it wasn't offensive, but it wasn't great. And like we've said before, I don't know if I would drink a beer if I was. Although that's not bad. I guess if if I was out at a party and somebody said, "Hey, I know you're gluten intolerant, so I got these beers for you," I'd enjoy it. But it's not like I'd have to have that in my house. I could find other.
I would not have that in my house. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not.
I don't dislike it as much as you do.
Now, I don't know if it. Like, maybe this is like, and that's to say, from the perspective of I've never had one before, maybe this is like awesome. Like, maybe someone else, and we'd be happy if you want to comment on this video. Definitely send us an email to AboutBeverages.com, AboutBeveragesAQ.com. Send us an email there and let us know. Like I said, maybe people go like, well, you haven't tried the other ones because the other ones taste like whatever, tar or something like that. And they're like, that is delicious. So if that's the standard, then, the thing I will say for it, like you said, when it's done, it's pretty much gone. I'm not really tasting anything else. There's not
dry.
There's not a lot of after, like, flavor-wise. There's not a lot of things that build with every sip, like we talk about. Sometimes that can be a bad thing.
Right.
So, from that perspective, it's not bad. But yeah, like I said, since I can actually have other beers, like I don't know if that's my first choice. But I'd be interested to hear what other people think of this beer.
Yeah. No, of course we always are.
And while you're doing that, definitely, like I said, head on over to the website AboutBeverages.com and check out our tasting notes for this beer, along with where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, check out, definitely become a fan of us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. I'm glad everyone is enjoying our YouTube videos that we've been putting up. That's been getting a lot of nice hits, a lot of nice feedback. We appreciate that. The mobile app is still in full effect. We are still using that. I actually used that today myself.
Nice.
So that was very cool, and that's got everything on there. So if you've got a smartphone, get the app.
Continue your smart trend, and get our app.
Nice. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.